Okay guys, wanted to make a video about a bug out bag for a kid, right? Just like your own bug out bag, you should have one for each of your kids ready to go in an emergency, right? All you would need to do is you grab it, you throw it in the trunk, you grab some bottled water, a little bit of food, a couple of the provisions you think you may need, and you're ready to roll out of there in just a few minutes if things really got bad. Now, of course, you can have different ideas you can take from this, leave, whatever. Just an idea of what I think. Right. So, again, starting off, the bag itself, an old school backpack, right? You don't really have to put any extra money into a bag, right? Because you have to buy a backpack every year anyway. And I wouldn't throw too much money into it because you're probably just going to throw this thing down anyway, right? You better always, like I said, always assume something's going to go wrong. Always assume, something could go wrong with your vehicle, flat, traffic, you never know. So assume you're on foot, right? This thing is only 5 pounds, and you can actually get rid of all of it pretty much, except for the clothing and medications in it. The rest of it, can go without, but be very handy if you had it for your kids, right? But again, something that they're going to want to carry. This is her old bag, so she has no problem taking this bag, and it's only 5 pounds. Again, you can throw some stuff out of it if you choose to, right? You can fix it up however you see fit. But let's go over what I got here. Again, this is a 5-pound bag. First off, little toothbrush, right? I've got a toothbrush for her in my bug out bag, but what the heck, if she wants it, it's there. Whatever you can do to make things, kind of normal, or small comforts would really come a big way with morale, man, right? You don't want your kids down, and that makes things just that much worse, that much harder. So, and this thing weighs nothing, right? Not even, maybe an ounce at best. Not even that. Right, under an ounce on that little sucker. This here, some people may think it's dead weight. No, actually, quite the contrary. This would be very important. See, kids get themselves into everything, man. You're going to want to keep them occupied. You take your eyes off for a second, you don't know what could happen. Right? You want to have them close to you, of course, but occupied. If there's some bottle of chemicals or something around, if there's some kind of poisonous insect, if there's something, they're going to find it. Right? So this will keep them occupied, keep their minds occupied, and keep them out of harm's way. So this is far from dead weight. It's very important. Keep them occupied, keep them happy, keep their mind off everything else, right? Off of not being able to watch Disney or Nickelodeon or something. That's all they're going to have. So, for morale, very important. I actually had a box of 8 crayons in there, but she took them out, so I just put this little thing of 4. I'll probably get her another 8 box. I don't think this will do it, but I guess in a pinch it worked. But anyway, just a little bit of crayons to go with it. Not markers. Markers, if kids, and they usually don't put the tops on correctly, they're going to just dry out. Crayon, it doesn't matter. You break it in half, you got 2 smaller crayons now. It'll still work, right? So, some crayons. Some hard candies would be very good for barter. They're not going to go bad, right? And just something to put a smile on their face every now and then. Again, not going to be playing with friends, not going to be watching TV, right? No video games, no YouTube, so, try to keep them occupied as best you can. This, same thing, weighs almost nothing, right? And plus that, a little bit of a sugar rush, you may need it. It's only 5 pounds, but if she wants it, hey, there you go. It'll help out, and if not, you can just ditch the bag. And that's what we got in this pocket. Actually, this is torn here, so it leads into the main pocket. But again, doesn't really matter too much. Here we go. Little flashlight. Kids are scared of the dark, right? So give them their own little flashlight. I use this in another video, making a bug out bag for 50 bucks. Or the ultimate bug out bag for 50 bucks. I think there was like 50 items in there that I got at a Dollar Tree. Or for free that I put together. Water, filtration, all that. You should check it out. But anyway, I think this cost me $1. So, you know, have them be easy on the battery. Just at night, they sleep with it. They don't keep it on. There you go. I mean, bright too. Some bright color that they set down, they'll be able to find it. Because that's going to happen, I'm sure. Might as well go to this. I've shown you these before. I got this at Dollar Tree. Just a little post you stick in the ground. It's got a little, it depends on how you hold it. Anyway, you little mount, you put it on, you stick it in the ground, a little stake, and there you go, lights up the yard. Which kind of depends, kind of finicky on the angle. I guess it's the photo cell in there. If there's light, yeah, if there's light, it goes off. It basically detects light, so there you go. If it's dark, it comes on by itself. Solar powered, weighs about 1.5 ounces, 2 ounces at best. So anyway, you know, just something that they can sleep next to this thing, right? Or yeah, they have it with them. Kids are scared of the dark. Depends on where you are. Obviously, if you're out in the open, you probably don't want this thing, right? Then you just hide it in the bag or something. But let's say you wherever your circumstances permit, then you can have this, right? Again, you have to make your mind up. I don't know where you're going to be. You could be in a building. You could be out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know. So, if circumstances allow, you could use this. If not, you take it, or you can, just take the batteries out if need be. But, like I said, renewable. There's no batteries, right? The sun's its battery. And it doesn't come on until it gets dark. Of course, her own little water bottle. You could ditch this if you needed to, but she has her own. A little bit of plastic spoons, plastic forks. I've got some camping equipment in my bag, but again, this is just, hey, just for her. Doesn't even weigh an ounce, just a couple of plastic spoons and forks. Weighs nothing. Rain poncho, just in case, right? Put it on and keep her dry. You don't want to get sick out there. If you do, well, of course, kids' medicine, right? Cold medicine, especially something for fever, just in case. Kids have to take their own medicine. They can't take the stuff you and I take. So, medication, right? This is probably the majority, the heaviest thing anyway, in there. A couple bottles of medicine. If need be, this would be what you take along with her clothing. Her own little bowl. Weighs nothing, but, she sees what we do, so try to get into it a little bit. It's camping in her mind, so she has her own little one. We got a larger one for us. And then these guys, I change them out every so often. I would just probably actually put 1 or 2, put some instant rice. She likes noodles, she likes rice. So you just basically boil some hot water. You'd put it in here, put the instant rice or the ramen. It cools for a little bit. When you touch it, it's cool enough, then you give it to them. Right? Simple as that. Something ready to go. Instant oatmeal, stuff like that. Something that'll cook quick and kids would like, little instant things, pre-made oatmeal, that work out too. Whatever, something quick, easy, kids like. Right? Like I said, it wouldn't live off it, but it helped. Some clothing. Basically, I've got 3 changes of clothing in here. Right? Pants and shirts and stuff. It's more here. It's a warmer climate, but I would say, if it's cold, obviously she get her jacket or her coat, and then you could double or layers would be my plan here. If it's hot, a couple changes of clothes. If it's cold, layer her up, right? Of course, she'd be in a shelter, I'm assuming, most of the time. A little headband, hold it together. whistle, just in case. You know, have her wearing that if you know, that way if she needs to get your attention really quick, whistle. I mean, because if something's bad, well then it's bad anyway, right? That's my thoughts on that. Some wet wipes, not necessarily that you know, maybe not. You can go either way. Got wet wipes and hand sanitizer. Of course, you know, you can throw a roll of toilet paper. I figured this would be the way to go. And you know, kids are always getting their hands dirty. You can add this or take it out and just use the wet wipes. It's only going to be for a couple days anyway, so you'd probably be okay. I just put it in here, and I figured, hey, you know what? If we need to, we'll just ditch it. No biggie. Stop, you know, for a second, just throw out what you don't need, or maybe trade it out. Some Band-Aids, of course. You know, kiddos are always going to hurt themselves, but that's basically it. Very simple. Very, very simple. Food, water, of course, you know, most of the water would come from ours, but just a little bit of things. And as far as kiddos are concerned, it's just camping, right? Little one doesn't really know much about prepping and all that stuff. It's just to her camping. So that's kind of what you want to do. You don't want to, you know, loose slips sink ships, first off, and second, they're kids, right? You don't want to take their childhood. Just you know, make it interesting. This is for a camping trip if we ever decide to go camping. So she likes that idea, right? And you know, I hope, God forbid, you know, something was to happen, it's there. But I pray that it doesn't happen, nothing happens, but I don't see that. Because we can't spend our way to wealth. So anyway, just ideas here. You know, of course you guys would add or take from it, but that's my idea. Anyway, hopefully this helps you out. And thanks for watching, and y'all have a good one.